And I'd like to share a little background about our department and who we are to start off with. So our mission is to support students and alumni in developing workplace and professional skills. And we have a team of skilled and very passionate career professionals and advisors who are here to help you along the way. And our department is a part of the Office of Student Affairs. And we recently changed our name from Career Services to the Department of Career Planning and Development, as I mentioned earlier. And with these changes, we plan to continue enhancing our resources and offerings for both students and alumni. So before we continue, I'd like to pause and launch a poll for all of us to get some feedback from you. So how familiar are you with our services and offerings? I'd like to gauge our audience and how familiar are you with our offerings? I am not familiar, tell me more. I have visited the website once or twice, or I often use the services and offerings on the website to manage my career. So we'll give it just a few more seconds. So if you can take a little bit of time and let us know how familiar you are with our website, services, resources, and offerings. And I'm going to end the poll and share the results with you. So 75% of you said, I am not familiar, tell me more. And this is not surprising. This is why I'm here to tell you a little bit what we have to offer. And a few of you have visited the website once or twice, and no one selected, I often use the services and offerings on the website to manage my career. Well, after today's session, I hope all of you will select the third choice, that you will visit our website and use some of these great resources we have for you for human services careers to help you advance in human services or transition into the human services field. So right now I'm going to stop the poll and share the results. And all right, and then we're going to continue on to our next slide. So our goals for this session are to explore 7 proactive strategies to help you prepare for your career in human services. And we're going to introduce you to additional career development tools and offerings that are available to you through our department. At the end, we will provide an action plan you can use to prepare for your next career chapter. And finally, we'll have time to answer your career-related questions. So let's get started by taking a look at the Human Services Hub. The Human Services Hub is the perfect place to visit as you're preparing for your human services career or seeking advancement opportunities. If you haven't visited the hub yet, there's a lot there for you to explore. It is a one-stop toolbox for human services careers with custom resources for students at all levels. So I know that today we have students at the undergraduate, master's, and also the doctoral level. And there is really lots of resources at all levels that you can find there. This hub was developed in collaboration with faculty and program leadership to provide just-in-time resources and tools for your career development activities. And on this slide, you can see a screenshot of the hub, and also there's a link to the hub. And we'll focus specifically on the 7 career strategies, which you can also continue to review on the hub after today's session. So all 7 strategies are here to help you build your career in human services, and they're listed here on this slide. The first one is starting your career exploration by taking an inventory of your knowledge and skills. In other words, knowing what you have to offer to employers and other professionals in your field. Number 2 is exploring career opportunities and jobs that align with your interests. Number 3 is researching organizations to get the inside scoop on positions, people, and company culture. 4 is gaining experience to help close potential qualification gaps and increase your marketability. Communicating your skills and qualifications to recruiters, hiring managers, and other professionals in your field of interest is number 5. 6 is expanding your online and in-person networks through proactive engagement. And finally, number 7 is being prepared for interviews to increase your chances of landing that next job. So these success strategies can help you navigate career transitions, prepare for success in the human services field, and allow you more opportunities to make a difference in the workplace and in your community. So let's take a closer look at the first strategy. As the first step, we advise taking some time to identify your past and current knowledge and skills. So what professional skills do you bring that are related to the human services field? You may already have experience in human services in a paid position, or you might have transferable skills from prior work or volunteer roles that you can highlight. A few examples of professional skills related to human services are listed here to help you get started. So ask yourself, do you have experience handling confidential information or advocating for clients or organizing projects, compiling reports, or working on teams? So as an example, let's say a student who is transitioning into human services worked as a manager at a large department store. They would have used many of these skills that are relevant to human services settings, such as handling escalated clients and solving problems, working on teams and supervising others, handling confidential records for customers, filing reports, and so many other skills that you can think of. And if you're using your Walden degree to transition into human services from a different field, we advise reviewing what you have accomplished in your past positions and jotting down the skills that you want to emphasize. If you're currently working in human services, you may have even more professional skills to share with employers. Also, consider including skills you have gained outside of the workplace, potentially in a non-paid or a volunteer position. And as you're pursuing your human services degree, also takes time to reflect upon the academic knowledge and skills that you've gained through your Walden program. So for example, what key concepts, theories, and research skills are you currently developing? Also, what technologies are you using as a Walden student? And that could be Blackboard or Office 365 or even statistical software like SPSS. Make a list of all your key skills, as they will be valuable to you during the times when you need to match those skills to the needs of specific employers and jobs, on resumes, on cover letters, and even during interviews. So I'd like to pause here for a minute and get your feedback. What additional knowledge or skills are important to becoming a successful professional in the human services field? What do you think some additional skills would be that you could highlight? And let's see, I'm going to check the chat, if you can type in the chat. Some of the skills that are important to human services. And those could be recognizing the emotions of others, or emotional intelligence is very important in human services. My Air Force career. Okay, so some transferable skills from your Air Force career, communication skills, absolutely, and active listening and collaboration, organizing and planning, absolutely. And I would say time management would be a really important skill. Being a parent, okay, so work-life balance maybe, or leadership skills when you're supervising others or leading projects, or ethics, yeah, having strong ethics. Maybe also handling a heavy client load and juggling many responsibilities at once. Yeah, that's excellent. And casework, absolutely. Case management, casework, so important in human services careers. Well, thank you so much for your feedback and negotiation skills. That's wonderful. So on the right of the slide, we also have included 3 sites to help you identify your skills. You can visit the career exploration page on our website to access popular career research tools, complete the My Skills, My Future assessment. This is a short assessment to give you some idea of your skills and where they could lead you in the future, and review the outcomes for your academic program on the waldenu.edu website. You will then be ready to move on to our second strategy, which is exploring career options and jobs. Many students who I work with will ask me, Dina, what career options or jobs should I be looking for? And the answer to this question really depends on the individual's interests, their skills, and also on the needs of employers. When exploring careers or job searching, finding a good fit often takes some time and effort. To get you started, we have included links to 4 key sites. The first site is ONET Online. It is one of my favorite sites to research career options, employers, job titles, and salaries, and key skills needed in a variety of career areas. The list of human services occupational titles also provides a wide range of ideas and keywords to look for. If you review information about human services programs on the waldenu.edu website, you'll also find suggested career options for your Walden degree. And finally, our website offers niche job search sites for positions in social and behavioral sciences, including human services and related fields. So let's take a second here and, or a few minutes even, and what other sites have you used to research careers and jobs? What are some of your favorite job search sites or career exploration sites? Indeed.com, yes, a great job search aggregate, and the Human Services Hub, yes, that should be your #1 place to look. And state sites, absolutely. So state and government agencies, local government, federal government, absolutely. LinkedIn, yes, that's also one of my favorites. LinkedIn Jobs is great for job searching. LinkedIn is also the largest professional networking site. Okay, Job Seeker, and yes, and School Spring, really good for K through 12 positions, absolutely. And there are postings related to human services there as well. And personal referrals, yes, nothing beats a personal referral or a networking contact that can give you some insider tips or information. NOHS, AAIDD professional organizations, yes. Job boards at professional organizations are great places to look, especially if you're a member, and you can network and see who is also a member of that professional association that might work at some of those organizations that you're interested in, or there may be even a job posting at those organizations. And work for good, yes, for nonprofit jobs, yes, and faculty, yes. So again, the networking within Walden with faculty and other students and even alumni and sometimes even staff. Yeah, that's great. Great ideas. You can also Google jobs, use Google to look for jobs. And many people forget about that. Even a simple Google search can sometimes get you to interesting opportunities out there. And going global, this is one of our job search systems that I will tell you more about here today. So you can use these sites to search for job titles, work roles, and settings where you would like to work in, and also client populations you would like to work with. So for example, potential career options or job titles for human services practitioner roles to research, they might include a case manager and an officer, a specialist, a facilitator, a liaison, an organizer, an advocate, a non-clinical social services worker. And if you're already working in human services and seeking leadership or administration roles, you may also try searching by keywords such as administrator or program lead or director or supervisor, coordinator, advisor, manager, analyst. So all of these keywords are so helpful when you're doing job searches. And these positions can also exist in a variety of settings, including family services and community services, foster care, probation, addiction centers, and other places. And also, populations may include children or working with the elderly or families, veterans, people with disabilities, and much more. So make a list of your favorite search terms to use when looking for new opportunities and keep building those lists as you engage in your career research. All right, so our third strategy is research organizations. You can also use the tools from our previous slide and the links that were mentioned in our chat to research specific organizations. Identify the top organizations you would like to work for so that you can research them further. For example, what types of positions do your top organizations hire for? Who works at those organizations and what are their responsibilities? This type of information can give you insights into finding the right organizations that are a good fit for you. Through this process, you will also learn more about the qualifications that you need to be competitive for specific positions that you're interested in. Here you can see a few common places to look, like residential treatment centers or youth organizations, housing and shelter, employment agencies, and others. So hopefully this list here generates some ideas for you. So let's pause and get some feedback from you again. Are there other types of organizations you are interested in? Share your interest in the questions box. So what other types of organizations spark your interest? And human services is such a broad field. There are so many areas that you can work in. NGOs, national global organizations, absolutely. Especially if you're looking to travel abroad and maybe use some of your skills outside of the US. That's fantastic. And other types of nonprofit organizations, think tanks, government agencies. Some of you are pursuing doctoral programs and you might be looking for opportunities in higher ed institutions, maybe as an administrator or faculty member. Or maybe you're a strong researcher and you're looking at research institutes. Excellent. So lots of places to look and lots of different skills that are required in human services. Social justice organizations, absolutely. Supporting Walden's social change mission that all of us are committed to in our community. And community organizing and advocacy work, policy work, absolutely. Addictions, yes. Addiction centers. Lots of need there in all of these different areas and public policy. Great. I hope this helps generate some ideas on how to expand your career research activities. But what do you do if you realize through your career research that you have some gaps in your qualifications? For instance, maybe you're lacking specific skills or you do not have enough experience in the area that you'd like to go into. Well, there are many different ways to gain skills and experience while you're a student at Walden. So let's go and see what they are. One way is through what we call skills-based volunteering. And skills-based volunteering means using the professional and academic skills that you've gained to benefit a nonprofit or another type of organization that needs help. Our website has an entire volunteer opportunities section with links to volunteer websites such as volunteermatch.org and idealist.org that offer in-person and also online volunteer opportunities. So besides volunteering at nonprofits, where else can you volunteer your time and gain new skills related to human services? Go ahead and type in your responses in the chat box. And it looks like some of you are interested in potentially working at behavioral and intellectual disabilities organizations or human resources and volunteering. So where else can you volunteer besides a nonprofit organization that could help you move forward with your human services career? What do you think? One place I would strongly recommend is to volunteer at your professional association. So organize an event or edit or contribute to a blog or newsletter or serve on a planning committee or put in a proposal to present at a conference or help another professional with a project. Professional associations are great places to use your skills. Absolutely, professional associations. And your local community, yes. And going back to interest in organizing and advocacy work, there's so much that you can do in your own community to build some of those leadership skills and connect to people that are also passionate about making changes and being there to make a difference. A city board, yes. So such a great opportunity. Yes, just serve on a city board in your local town or city, and great experience working with others, working on teams, leadership skills, planning projects, and the list goes on. Absolutely. Connect what you love to a volunteer organization that does that. Absolutely. Many times you can learn different skills along the way. So you can receive training, for instance, at a crisis hotline or serve as a CASA volunteer or a court-appointed special advocate or get certified in domestic violence prevention. Many years ago, I became certified in domestic violence prevention, and that was really rewarding. So Find what you are passionate about and go out there and do that. And also don't forget about Walden, because we have such a vibrant community, student organizations at Walden, such as the National Society for Leadership and Success, and so many others. There's so many opportunities to lead, to engage, to network with others, many opportunities to gain those skills. So for a more formal experiential learning experience, I do want to mention that our department offers optional internship courses. And these are courses that are only available to students who do not already have an internship or practicum component as a part of their academic program. And how they work is that students are responsible for locating their internship site. However, the volunteer opportunities and internships page that was shared in the chat here has a list of websites to search for possible internships. And we have an internship advisor. Her name is Katie, and she works with the students and also with the internship site to complete all of the required paperwork. And after the internship and concurrent course have been successfully completed, the course actually appears on the student's official transcript as an internship. So this is a great way for a more formal, organized way to gain experience. So if you're interested, additional information about optional internship courses can be found on our website. And after doing your career research, identifying your skills and building new skills, it's now time to communicate your academic and professional qualifications to employers. Our website has many tools to help you save time and energy when putting together your marketing materials. We have an entire area of our website dedicated to resume, CV, and cover letter writing. And for those of you who are not familiar with academic CVs or curriculum vitae, these documents are mainly used by doctoral level professionals when applying for higher ed, research, or consulting positions. Creating an online career portfolio is also a great way to stand out from others by showcasing artifacts of your professional and academic work. And before building your documents, we also advise reviewing the tips and outlines on the resumes and more page that is included here, looking through the templates on the Optimal Resume system. So if you have not checked out Optimal Resume, definitely do so, and you can log in with your Walden credentials, meaning your Walden email and password, and watching career skills webinars. And we'll also discuss Optimal Resume in a little more depth later in this program. The next key strategy to focus on is building your network. And it was mentioned in the chat earlier, and networking is really great because there are many benefits of having a strong online and offline network that you often, learn about upcoming job opportunities before they're posted. You can find advocates and mentors to help you in your career, and you can start establishing yourself as a thought leader in your professional field by communicating your interest and your knowledge with your network. So let's take a moment to share your favorite networking strategy. What is your favorite way to network? And my favorite way is through professional associations. I belong to the Minnesota Career Development Association because that is part of my field of career development, and attending events at professional associations, whether they're online through Zoom or they're face-to-face, and conferences and meetings and roundtable discussions. Those are some of my favorite ways to network. Through my volunteer organizations, at conferences, Absolutely. I would also say through LinkedIn, building connections on LinkedIn, connecting with like-minded individuals, with other professionals in your field on LinkedIn, and also joining LinkedIn groups and other social media. Absolutely. Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms can be used for professional networking, but I tend to prefer LinkedIn because it's all about professional networking. While the other sites, it can be a mixture, but LinkedIn is specifically for professional networking. And student organizations are great ways to network here at Walden, and even alumni associations in your prior colleges or universities. Or if you are a Walden alum, of course, networking through alumni relations and the Walden Connect platform. And faith-based and interest-based organizations are great places to network. So these are all great ideas. Thank you for sharing your ideas and allowing me to share some of mine as well. And for additional ideas on how to expand your networking activities, visit the networking page or use Career One Stop's Association Finder tool, which I am providing a link here for that to locate professional associations that you can join. And consider joining student organizations at Walden, such as the National Society for Leadership and Success that I mentioned, and there are many, many more. There's a whole list of student organizations. Using LinkedIn, which is the largest networking site and an excellent tool to grow your online network and hopefully take some of those online relationships offline so that you can strengthen your network that way. Now on to our final strategy, which is preparing for interviews. So whether you are meeting with another professional for an informal, or in other words, informational interview over coffee or lunch, or maybe even on Zoom these days, or you have been selected for a formal interview for a job. Either way, be ready to stand out and make a positive impression. This starts by being prepared, practicing your interview skills, and building your confidence. And here are a few tips to get you started. Take time to research the organization, its people, culture, and challenges. So really know the background of that organization. And review your academic skills and qualifications. And practice communicating how they have prepared you for the type of position that you are seeking. Be able to articulate specific and succinct examples from your experience and academic work. And most importantly, practice your interview skills. We have included a link to Optimal Resume's interview prep module here. So if you haven't tried it yet, we strongly encourage you to do so. This module has over 12,000 mock interview questions to practice your skills. So it's a very robust system here. And for more in-depth information about the types of interviews to prepare for, interview tips, and special strategies that work during interviews, visit the interviews page and watch the short interview strategies webinar. And finally, don't forget to always bring your best professional self. Body language and professional image, it always matters. Remember, your goal is to gain the employer's trust and convey confidence in your abilities to solve problems and offer solutions. So, a few additional considerations. When considering the 7 proactive strategies that we just discussed, reflect upon which strategies have worked for you in the past. What are your strengths? Are you a confident communicator, a great writer, a compassionate professional who thrives in helping others? So reflect on what areas you still need to improve so that you can continue working on those areas. Connect with others who can help you along your career journey. And they can be coworkers or current or former supervisors or your faculty and other members of the Walden community or family and friends, among others. But connect with people who can help you along the way. And finally, remember that career management, it is a continuous, ongoing process because the workplace is continuously shifting and changing due to different factors such as economy, politics, global changes, technology, and many other factors. Engaging in lifelong learning and gaining new skills can help you stay current in your field. And for additional career planning tools and offerings, please visit our website and take this very short 30-second How Can We Help You quiz, and it's featured here on the slide. You'll then receive a list of career resources from the website based on your career goals. And our signature career planning tools and live offerings can also help you prepare for your next career move. So let's look here as well. If you haven't done so already, take a moment to log into Optimal Resume. I know I mentioned Optimal Resume a few times already, but this is really our signature system. We have over 28,000 user accounts on Optimal Resume right now, and it is a great system where you can log in with your Walden email address and password, and you'll gain access to 400 plus resume and CV templates. And you can also access Optimal Resume from our website or by going directly to waldenu.optimalresume.com. Optimal Resume is very robust. It has 5 modules to help you build resumes, cover letters, and career portfolios. And we just recently upgraded our career portfolio module. So it's even better than before. So definitely check it out. And you can even use the interview module, of course, to practice your interview skills. And Walden students also have access to 2 custom job and internship search systems. They are iGrad Job Search and Going Global. So let's take a quick look at those. For students who are currently engaged in an active job search or starting to research jobs and careers to prepare for their future, our department offers these 2 systems. And one of them is iGrad Job Search, which is a powerful search engine, and it allows students to search for US-based jobs. Employers can also post jobs on this system. And when you look for jobs by city and state, they would appear as only for your school postings. The second system is Going Global. And this is a great system for US jobs, but also for jobs and internships outside of the US. Since some of our students live and work outside of the US, this system is designed to meet the career needs of our global community. And it includes country and city guides, H-1B, visa information, an employer directory, and job and internship postings, and so much more. So again, you can log in with your Walden credentials. And I know some of you are pursuing a human services degree at the doctoral level, or maybe you're a master's level student and you're considering pursuing a doctorate in the future. Well, we have an entire page dedicated to doctoral level career paths for you. And this page leads to webinars on such topics such as getting started in consulting, building your academic reputation in higher ed, getting published, presenting at conferences, among others. And it also includes a list of networking sites for scholar practitioners, advice for asking for letters of recommendation, academic signature guidelines, and my favorite, a comprehensive CV guide to help you build your document section by section. So if you need to build a CV, this is the place that you should go. After reviewing all of our resources and offerings, if you still feel that you need additional support, know that you're not alone. We are here to support you. And there are really 3 ways to reach out to our staff for career support. First, you can register for an upcoming drop-in advising event via the Career Services homepage. And these events are designed for you to have a 10-minute chat via texting with members of the Career Services team. And then for additional support, we encourage you to schedule a 45-minute career advising appointment. And you can do that through your student portal or directly from our website. And some of our most popular career advising topics are listed here: career planning, working on resumes, cover letters, and CVs, proactive job search strategies, networking and branding, including we can provide feedback on your LinkedIn profile, professional activities that you can engage in, and of course, interview coaching as well. And finally, you can also email us at careerservices@mail.waldenu.edu with short questions. So as you can see, we are very passionate about helping you emerge as a leader in human services and advance in your career. And we invite you to also engage with us through our many social media platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. We have a WordPress blog where we share student success stories and career-related tips. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. So all of these ways you can connect with us, and we encourage you to visit the website and join us on social media. After today's session, go to careercenter.waldenu.edu. On the left, you'll see all of these icons. All right. And before we open it up for more questions, and I also see there's another question in the chat box, which is great. I'll have a chance to answer that question. But before we do that, we'd like to share this helpful career advancement plan document that you can also use to set goals around the 7 proactive strategies that we discussed today. And this document is also available on our website for you to download. So there's a link there that's provided. We recommend breaking down your overarching goals into specific action steps that you plan to take to reach those goals, and identifying the resources that you'll need to get there. And finally, setting specific, realistic, and achievable deadlines for yourself. Writing down your goals in this format can help you increase your chances of transforming your ideas or dreams that you might have into reality and helping you reach your goals. And with that, let's now open it up for some questions. So please submit your questions to me in the chat box. And I see, is there overlap of the 2 job search systems? And I think there might be some overlap between iGrad Job Search and Going Global, but I do think the type of information that you'll find in both systems will be a bit different. So Going Global is a more robust system with more information. For instance, they have a whole section now for job searching during the COVID-19 pandemic, where right now, many jobs, of course, there's more online virtual jobs that are available. And the workforce has shifted and changed through the last year and a half or so. And so they have an entire section for that. And then they have really great city and country guides. So if you're looking to live or work abroad, there's such great information. And they have information about CVs and resumes all over the world, and what the requirements are and what the etiquette is for applying for jobs and interviewing in different countries. So that's the kind of information that you would get from Going Global. iGrad Job Search, it is basically a search engine that pulls from a job aggregates. And in addition to that, it allows us to have employers post jobs on the system. So those appear as only for your school postings. So they're a little bit different from each other, but the job listings, there is a possibility that job listings would appear in both systems, and that is possible. So hopefully that helps answer that question. But any other questions that you have today? And you are very welcome for spending your evening with me here today. I'll just give it a little bit more time for questions. And thank you, Nicole. I'm glad that I could be here and share this information. And what are some steps that you will take next? Maybe that's a question I have for all of you. What are some resources that really interested you today? What are you going to explore? Or which one of the strategies really interested you in expanding in that specific area? Maybe you're thinking of expanding your LinkedIn network, or maybe coming up with a list of search terms that you are going to use. Resume writing, so maybe updating your resume using Optimal Resume and the Resumes and More tab. And after that, maybe scheduling a career advising appointment so we can provide you some feedback over the phone. And our career advising appointments, we have two choices for appointments. So when you actually reserve an appointment, you can select an appointment via phone or via Zoom, and we'll meet with you over Zoom so we can see you and we can share screen and provide feedback in your document. And career research activities, yes. So use the career exploration page and the hub. That's built there for human services students, for you with specialized resources that you can use. And using Going Global and Optimal Resume and making a career appointment. And I hope all of you will be actively engaging in your career management activities. So back to the poll at the beginning of our session here today. Hopefully all of you will be in that category of continuously managing your career and using the excellent resources that we have for you. And many of those resources are available 24/7. And also we have live events like this program here today, and support from our career advisors. So lots of ways to engage at your convenience. So set some goals for yourself. Oh, and thank you, Dr. Hamilton, for recommending and Career Services for presenting.
Hey, thank you, Dina. That was really wonderful. I actually learned a whole lot. I didn't realize some of the links. I was looking through them as you were going through, and it is pretty impressive the amount of information that is on there. So I just want to thank you for coming and for going through this information with the students. It was a really good learning experience for me as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And I just wanted to leave with this quote from Janice Stanfield, who is a musician and a motivational speaker. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. So as you advance in your human services field and through your academic program at Walden, we hope that you take time to pay it forward and someday help others in their career journey as well. And if you need us, our team is here to support you during your Walden program. And after you graduate, you can always come back to us and schedule a career advising appointment. We do work with many alumni as well as current students. So please reach out to us. And again, thank you so much for joining here today, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Dina. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and have a wonderful evening.